This is like the first time that I'm using this overdrive thing.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Our team looks like a group of parents that just got puked on by their toddler. Oh my god, I actually did it. There's this thing called the G slide that was made by Stravos 93. I think it's 93. I hope I didn't fuck that up. His name is Stravos, regardless of the number. He's the guy that holds the #1 spot for like every single map on free run. At first, when I heard about this little G slide thing, I was a little skeptical because I remember back in COD 4 when I started seeing the tutorials, the G shot, which is like a no-scoping technique. I was like, that shit doesn't even work. There's no way you can consistently just no-scope like that. And sure enough, I mean, it did work. You basically do like this combination of like a slide jump and you go flying forward. Like, all right, look at this. Slide, jump, right? And then there's nothing there. Or you can do the G slide, which is like, oh, fuck. There we go. It's difficult. I'm not even gonna go look at the tutorial. Look at Travis's tutorial. Just, I'm not gonna explain it. I've been trying to use that to like get the spawns earlier so I can actually try to hit some fucking clips. Because there's quite a few like spawn snipes in this game. So I figured it'd be kind of useful if I figured out how to do it on top of trying to be Apex this time, but I don't think that's gonna fucking happen. He's far too committed and I give up way too easily. I don't quite have the drive that I did back when I was playing the Impossible game, you know, like over 800 tries and shit. What the fuck? I wonder if I could run past these with overdrive on. Nope, that didn't work at all. Let's see if it works. Nope. I've been reading my comment sections a little bit more in depth, okay? I used to look at a lot of the top comments and then maybe like a page or two down, but I've been looking at like the new comments. The new ones where you see like the trolliest shit in the world. So something that actually seems to be a common mention of some people is my posture. So what I'm going to do, apparently I sit too far forward. So we're going to sit straight up now. We're supposed to sit up like a strong, strapping young lad. Oh, I can feel my scoliosis kicking in already. How straight does the chair go? Okay, here we go. I feel like a girl that's trying to take like a mirror picture. You know, where they stick their ass out halfway and bend their spine like some sort of contortionist. Like that's not comfortable, I know that. You know, this might be kind of weird, but I feel a little bit more confident. Literally, just a change in my posture, I feel like a different person. I remember when I thought scoliosis was like actually make-believe. I always thought that it was a thing that teachers and like all of the staff and everybody just made up to make sure that kids just didn't like slump over in their chairs and just look like they didn't give a shit. Because let's be honest, nobody gave a shit. Oh, that fucking beard though. That is elegant. One day, I hope to have something as elegant as that. Tell me this shit's not useful. I just come flying out of, like, look at that. Honestly, I feel like scoliosis wouldn't have been as big of a deal as it was if they didn't just give us these basically 2 plastic pieces with a couple of pieces of metal. It's the worst chairs on planet Earth. Shit, I even remember where I used to sit. I don't remember what class it was exactly, but I remember I sat in the 3rd row, 4th seat. It's really easy for me to remember because it was just like 3-4. I know it was like elementary school. I remember all the badass rebel kids would just write on their chairs and shit. Like somebody will take like an envelope opener or something, or they'll take like a pen and then just try to like scratch something into the back of a chair. And all the kids in the back are just like sitting there giggling and shit, all mischievous. Mischievous? I hate going for physicals, honestly. Physicals used to be cool because, you know, they would like touch your balls and shit. I'm just being honest. I've talked about it before. If you're in the same boat as me and you popped the boner while you were getting your balls touched. Hey, I'm a little kid, what the fuck? Like, okay, now cough once. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. No, but for real, now the reason I don't like, you know, going to like physicals and stuff, obviously I still do it. But now it just kind of worries me because like, what if like, okay, I'm getting older now and obviously, okay, I'm not old. I'm in my 20s. Like most people would be like offended that I even said that out loud. But the thing is, I'm afraid of going to this place because I'm at higher risk of something being wrong with me at this point in my life than previously. I'm just afraid that I'm gonna go there and I'm afraid that they're going to tell me there's something like seriously wrong with me now. Because like as a kid, I felt invincible, you know what I mean? Now it's kind of like I got this little stuff like, oh yeah, you gotta watch your blood pressure. It might be a little high this time. I never heard that shit when I was a kid. I could eat McDonald's and McDonald's only for 3 months. Go into that place, get all checked up, and they're like, yep, all signs are good. Now it's like I ate one thing from Burger King and I got syphilis. It's fucked up. Whee! All right, I'll stop. I won't even mention it anymore. Oh no. The one time I got checked for sleep apnea was the worst thing in the world. I told that story like a year ago. I had a problem staying awake for the longest time. I mean, even now I kind of have like a sleeping... Okay, I know my schedule's messed up, but I mean, it was messed up in the sense that I could literally... What the fuck? It was messed up in the sense that I could literally, like, I could sleep on a bed of nails. I mean, I probably could now if I tried, but it would be something that, like, I don't even notice. I would just fall asleep in the middle of class and not even notice it. And there were times where I've, like, half dozed off while standing up when I was working at my job And that's just dangerous in itself. So I went and I got all that checked, right? And it's a sleep study, you know what I mean? So what you need to do is, obviously, you need to sleep in order for them to monitor you. So I had to go into this room that was pretty cold. It's okay. I'm the type of person that'll sleep butt naked in the middle of the winter. They like monitor your brain waves and activity and like how much your eyes move and stuff when you're sleeping. Apparently like eye movement is a big thing. Rapid eye movement or something they call it. Basically everybody's eyes move around when they're sleeping. Or at least they're supposed to or something like that. Don't fucking quote me. Well, from what I knew, I didn't think that my eyeballs moved at all whenever I was sleeping. I was pretty sure that they just rolled back in my skull and I died. Just pass out and drool all over myself. I think this was when my hair was really long as well. So they took like this weird white pasty shit. Like these little they're not prongs. They're just like sticky things. I don't know. And I guess they read signals through them. They look like pieces of paper and they just stick it on your head. So they took like 10 different spots on my head, stuck it all inside my hair and shit. And they expected me to actually sleep comfortably. And I'm a pretty calm person, even though like, I don't know, my commentaries seem kind of high energy. My heart rate is actually, it's relatively low. I think the last time I checked, I had like a 45 beats per minute or something. My heart beats relatively slow. I think that's slow. What's the average? Maybe I don't know shit. According to National Institute of Health, the average resting heart rate for children 10 years and older and adults, including seniors, 60 to 100 beats per minute, and well-trained athletes is 40 to 60. Apparently I have the heart rate of an extremely conditioned athlete, and that's fucking bullshit. But anyway, yeah, I thought maybe like my heart rate had something to do with it because I was just so relaxed and maybe my heart just like wasn't working at all and keeping me awake that I don't know, could just pass out whenever I wanted to. They stuck all these things on my head and I finally get myself to sleep, okay? After the eerily quiet room. I have to sleep with a TV on or something. I ended up waking up multiple times, which never would have happened to me like on a regular basis. And like multiple people come in there and they're like, don't move too much, the thing's gonna fall off. And it's like, I roll around in my sleep like I'm wrestling a goddamn bear. I kick and I grab and I move things all around. I flip over at least 20 times. I just do it in my sleep. She would tell me over and over and over again, just try to relax. See, it's the fact that you made me feel like a goddamn test subject, like I was in a test tube. I'm surprised you didn't come in there with a hazmat suit. Like, I felt like an experiment was being done on me. I mean, in a sense, there was, but you could have done it a little bit easier than that. You can't just say, relax. It's like telling your nipples not to get hard into cold. It's not fucking possible. I remember that place vividly. Waking up multiple times, the lady thinking that I have some sort of control over my sleep when I clearly went there for a sleeping problem anyway. Turns out I was completely normal, and then she had the nerve to ask how my experience was. I didn't say anything out loud. I just kind of shook my head. I just woke up. It was very early, and I wanted to leave immediately. But there was some sort of like review paper thing that they handed us. They told me to describe my experience with the place, and I said, and I basically just wrote that it was fucking awful. I didn't write fucking, but I said it was terrible. I mean, at least my posture's fixed now. I feel like a new man. Now my posture's as straight as I am.